Good evening and welcome to Newsbite. I'm Hannah Durnford and making the headlines this week. Jonathon video goes viral. We learn about EU funding for the Peaks, and Lady Centenarian visits airport. A lot of us are familiar with viral videos making their way around the internet, but it's very rare that you would have seen one that relates directly to St. Helena, until now. A video posted on YouTube by SHG's Public Relations Office showing Jonathon the Tortoise having a bath has gone viral. Clocking up just under 650,000 views in a week, the video shows vet Joe Hollins scrubbing the tortoise's 180-year-old shell. Many comments have been posted under the video on YouTube, including, "What an honour it must be to wash such a magnificent animal," "This is so fascinating, I love how peaceful tortoises are." Others joked, saying, "I wonder if they use turtle wax." The video features the vet describing the experience.
For a vet to be looking after the oldest known living land animal in the world, what an honour. What an amazing thing, you know. I'm in my profession because I love animals, and I've got here the oldest known living land animal in the world, and I'm looking after him. Isn't that amazing?
St. Helena's cloud forests are among the most beautiful parts of the island, but access can sometimes be made difficult by poor tracks and conditions. Now, the Environmental Management Division has been given a €100,000 grant to improve the walks in the area. August Graham walked to Diana's Peak to see why the work is needed.
The beautiful scenery of the cloud forest can't be sniffed at. Walkers come here all the time to enjoy the stunning views and the amazing nature. Here, endemic plants jostle with invasive species for the limited space, but there's plenty of water. The cloud forest is aptly named and the ground is completely sodden. This can have unintended consequences for walkers squelching through the mud, but now a new EMD initiative will hopefully sort that out.
So this here is one of the worst sections of the Diana postbox walk, but what we'll realise soon is that they're going to put in some stairs here, and they're hopefully going to get the entire area sorted out so that it's a little bit easier to walk down than what I'm doing right now. I wish I could look into the camera, but I'm just going to have to keep an eye on my feet.
The dense vegetation here is one of the real pulls of the area, but it also makes it expensive to maintain the tracks.
These tracks have been closed for a long time just from lack of money.
Moving up along the hillside, the hard slog pays off. On the peaks you feel like you're on top of the world.
Mike, we're up at the top of Actian now, or what will be soon, Cuckolds, I understand. Can you tell us a little bit about the project that's going to be going on?
Sure, we're going to be rebuilding some of the trails, upgrading a lot of the dodgy spots, and making it safer for visitors and locals to access the Diana's Peak postbox walk.
So you got funding for this now. Where's the funding from and how much is it?
Funding came from the European Commission from the Best 2.0 grants. It's €100,000, which is about £78,000.
So the money itself, it's actually going to be spent on improving this area around here. What are you going to be doing?
We're going to be building staircases, boardwalks, putting in handrails, opening up some of the closed trails, and putting in some interpretive panels, signage.
This will mean that walkers like me, who take a tumble in the slippery mud, will hopefully soon have an easier time. And this is what the final result will look like.
Before, this was just a shortcut to get down from Actian down to the other track to save people going all the way around. And before this, it was completely boggy. It was sometimes up to a foot of mud and very uneven. So it makes it a lot easier for people now and ourselves.
The endemic plants of this area are one of its main attractions. One of these is the tree fern.
Tree ferns are excellent for providing habitat for our small endemics. This is a black cabbage tree, which is the seed has fallen there in the cracks of the broken off fronds. It just provides it that little bit of excellent habitat for it to start growing, and there's more here all around. But unfortunately, there's also some fuchsia growing in here as well. So together with the natives, you've also got a lot of weed on the same plant. Yeah, excellent habitat.
This new €100,000 will now mean that it's easier for Mike and his team to continue their conservation work. They're thankful to the EU Best 2.0 grant which has let them do this, but it will still take months before everything is completed. August Graham, Diana's Peak.
The airport opening is just around the corner and the next calibration flight will be touching down next weekend. Hopefully then the site should be certified and passenger planes will start arriving. But the residents of Ebony View and the community care complex took advantage of the last couple of weeks before the airport opens to look around. Nicole Peters was there.
On an unusually sunny day for Longwood, dozens of residents of the CCC and Ebony View were taken to the airport to see the progress just weeks before passenger planes will be touching down. They got to look around the terminal building where they saw the check-in desk, the baggage area, security and immigration. Then a short walk along the outside of the building took them to the control tower where those who could go up the winding staircase got an amazing view of the site. St. Helena's oldest resident, Ma Flo, was there with her son Keith. She said she enjoyed travelling but didn't seem to think she would fly off the island. But other residents will hope to get onto that plane soon. Some of the people being shown around were on the Ebony View trip to Ascension Island, and the staff hoped they might be able to get to Ascension again, but this time by air. Nicole Peters, Prosperous Bay Plain.
Well, that brings us to the end of another Newsbite. Be sure to tune in again next week. I'm Hannah Durnford and thank you for watching.